Hi, this is Steve from Conductive Labs, and in this video we're going to look at the MRCC routing page. When we turn on the MRCC, oh, by the way, you should probably be looking up here. Not much is going to be happening over there. If you rotate the knob, you get to your routing page, and you can see we've got input 2 selected, but it's not routed anywhere. That's why it says none. Input 2 is this guy. You could see the 0 and 1 data coming in on the next to the none. Now that's an important thing. We talked about this before, but it's a little monitor, MIDI monitor, and 0 is node on, X is node off, and AT stands for aftertouch. These pads are velocity sensitive. I guess also if I turn a knob here, you'll see it says CC, so you can also see the CCs. All right, we're going to route this to the Volca FM, which is on port 3, and if I press a button, hopefully we'll hear something. Yeah, okay, great. So this means we're just have the most rudimentary routing from input 2 to output 3, which it shows on the top of the screen, and we're just sending notes and aftertouch data. All right, the next row down are the filters, and you'll see that there are they're gray, which means none of them are turned on. And you've got clock, note, CC, program change, and stop, start, continue, which is separate from clock. Okay, so right now if I hit these notes, and let's tab over to the note. Now I'm going to use the black button to turn it on or off. You could also turn it on and off with the knob. But as we play, now that I filtered the notes, even though you see there are notes coming in on the monitor, there are no notes being passed because they're being filtered. Okay, great. Now one of the things that the Arturia products do when you hit play on the sequencer is it sends a stop, start, continue message. Now that doesn't seem like it's necessarily bad. However, the Volca, once it receives a start message, it will start playing its own internal sequencer, which is not at all what you want to have happen. You're trying to just start the Arturia sequencer and not the onboard Volca sequencer. So let's try it and see what it sounds like. Yeah, total disaster. And that's because we've got two sequencers going. So let's turn that off. Now, if I turn that back on, I can reach over and turn that off. And so now I can hear my sequence playing on the Volca without the Volca sequence, which is great. But if I hit stop and then hit again, it does it again. So how do we fix this problem? Well, this is what the really cool thing is about the MRCC. If we go over to the stop, start, continue filter and hit engage, now the stop, start, continue messages will not be passed. And if I hit play, we just get the messages from the Arturia, which is really cool, and I am sure that a lot of people have struggled with this stop, start, continue message coming out. So anyway, that's the great things about these filters. Okay, mind you that these filters are only for this particular routing. If I were to route 2 over to 10 also, and I hit play, so now the same problem has happened over there, is that unfortunately the stop, start, continue message wasn't filtered there because you could see it's not, and then it didn't allow it. So just wanted to tell you that anything that happens on this page is specific to the routing 2 to 3 and not 2 to 10. Okay, so next thing on the routing page is the modifiers. So if we press the down button here, we can choose one of 6 modifier boxes. And if I rotate the knob once the box is selected, I can choose any number of the different modifiers that are available. Now we will cover the modifiers in a different video, but modifiers do things like allow you to reassign channels or move channels. If the inbound channel is 1 and you need it to be 5, you can do that. We can change velocity scaling. Sometimes the cheaper keyboards don't have very good velocity on them, so you can kind of help fix that. CC mapping, layering, and splitting, which is really cool. There's a bunch of modifiers, and again, we'll go through each one of those separately. But this is how you would use one of those modifiers on this particular routing 2 to 3. And just a quick reminder, if your box is white, that means it's selected, and I press the encoder knob, it'll immediately jump me to that modifier so that I can edit it. And when I press the button, it'll bring me right back. So again, we won't get into the modifiers. We'll do those separately on a different video, but that allows you to add up to 6 modifiers and chain them together for each individual routing. Thanks so much for watching. I hope it was informative. Take care.